The first time I heard Delta Dawn was in Billy Sherrill, my first producer's office. It was 1972, March. She's 41 and her daddy still calls her baby. When the song was finished, I said, that's my song. Hi, I'm Tanya Tucker, and this is the hit story of my song, Delta Dawn. After my dad and I flew into Nashville we were living in Henderson, Nevada. Every day, I would go to Billy's office down on 16th Avenue, Columbia Records, and listen to songs. And that's back when the reel-to-reel, I've seen Billy thread that machine so many times, countless times. But Al Gallagher walked in with a 45 single, and being the publisher of Happiest Girl in the Whole USA, Donna Fargo, he had the control of the record. It wasn't out yet. And I remember going around and listening to I'm the happiest girl. And after the song was over, Billy looked over at me and he said, well, what do you think, kid? And I said, I think it's a great song, but it's not my song. The next song he played for me was Delta Dawn. And I said, now that's my song. The credit I give Billy, and I give him all the credit, is he listened to me. And I never ever recorded a song with him that I didn't want to record. And he goes, let's start out with the chorus, a cappella, and I didn't know what a cappella was. So he told me, and I said, that sounds good to me. So we went and recorded it the next day around noon. Being in the studio the first time it wasn't what I expected. I had visions of walking into, something, I guess, pretty and glamorous kind of, but it wasn't. It was totally the opposite, but God, did it have a great sound. The first 3 albums I did were all live. We recorded all the songs live, which means I recorded them along with the musicians. And I didn't have any headphones, so Billy wouldn't let me have headphones because it keeps you honest as far as pitch, and I think that I have him to thank for that. But the point is that we did all that live, so that was raw, and they don't do that a lot these days. It was like 3 or 4 days later they released it. They released it. And I didn't even have a deal. I didn't even have an album deal with Columbia. I only had a deal for 3 songs. My life did change. Of course it changed, but it didn't change like I thought it would. I saw a lot of back rooms, a lot of greasy kitchens, a lot of bales of hay and shopping centers with bad sound and flatbed trucks. So it changed, but it's not necessarily for the better. My relationship with Delta Dawn is ongoing. I never get tired of singing it. And I think that's a real blessing because I've had to sing it a lot. But there were so many things that came together. I think all the stars were lining up, and they lined up perfectly on that day.